we're going to finish up our notes. So if you guys would get this out, number 5, we're going to, you'll notice that we had to move things around before so that we could graph this properly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move around these guys. All right, so we're going to convert these guys. All right, and what I'll do is I'll just shade with my pencil here. Well, I got markers right there. What we're going to do is we're going to move that x over to the other side. Okay, and if we do, he will become negative. Notice that the +1 is there. All right, we're going to graph him in just a second. Let's get the other guy, might as well, because they're almost the same ballpark here. I'm going to move the x over to the other side. He'll become negative. And then we also have a, I guess I don't have to put plus. What I'll do is I'll put a -2. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'm going to color code these. Okay, we'll do a red and green. Get all. No, what about? No, that's fine. So I don't know if it'll actually show up here, but here's a red. Okay. Now I'm going to go to +1, and then I will look over here. Go to my y-intercept, +1. Then my slope tells me it's -1, so I will do this. Okay. I will use my ruler. Okay. And I'm going to notice that this is a solid line. We went over this yesterday. Okay. All right. And what we do now is we look at this guy and we will see that we shade below. Okay, so we're going to shade everything below. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be real faint right now. Okay, because what I really want to darken is where they both overlap, right? So let's do the second line. Now that kind of shows up black there. Let's see if we can do it yellow maybe. Maybe yellow will help us out. We'll see. But now I'm going to go to -2. But notice, yes, it shows up with the same color. Notice that I've got the same slope here. So what happens is that I've got this guy, okay, with a negative slope, -1 slope. He will be this. Okay, now this is something that hasn't happened before, and I'm going to shade below. Okay, so notice where the intersection is. Okay, the intersection is just below the yellow line. So the red one didn't really do much, right? We're just making sure that we're shading below it, and it just looks like this yellow line is actually directly below it anyway. So our answer is still the intersection. It's just that you had 2 parallel lines. And this region right here only satisfies the top line, but not the second line, okay? All right, so look out for that. That can happen easily. All right, let's see what happens here. We're going to have to move these guys around. So we got -3y. X is going to move over here for a -x -6. Okay. Then I'm going to divide by -3, all of it. All of them. Okay, so now my new equation will look like y. But because I divided by -3, I need to change the direction of this guy. So he will become +1/3. And the inequality switched directions because I divided by a negative number. We talked about this yesterday. So now -6 divided by -3 is going to be +2. All right, now this guy's definitely graphable, so let's go to +2, and we'll make this guy red. All right, and then he's going to go up 1/3, up 1/3. Okay, that takes me off, so there we go. And this guy is a solid line. Now, because I did divide by -3 again, I can't stress that enough because this is the thing that gets most people. I'm going to be shading below, so I'm just going to do this real faint. Okay, and I want the region below. Now let's see where the other line is. All right, now it looks like I'm going to need some space here, and I'm going to move this guy over to the right. You kind of do the same process every time. You're just making sure that you're getting your brain trained to have a nice steady flow. Okay, notice that I'm going to be dividing by -3, all of them. Okay, so let's see what happens. We get, oh, let's see, we flip the sign the other direction. We get 4/3x, and that would be -1 because +3 divided by -3 is -1. And so we will graph this guy. -1, we'll graph him in yellow. -1, and then we've got a up 4 over 3. And we are going to shade above. Up 4 over 3, so then right here. Okay, so shading above would give us this region right here. Okay, and all of the overlap takes place right in between them, right here. Okay, that is. Okay, now again, what that region represents is the coordinates that will work for both situations, both constraints, both equations, whatever you would like to call them. So all of these points are quote unquote solutions. Okay, it's all this entire field, including all the decimals and fractions. These guys are all solutions to this particular set here, to this system. Okay, so if you were ever asked, like you will be in your classwork here, if you're ever asked, is it a solution? Okay, so this is what you're going to work on as soon as you guys are done here. You're going to graph these guys, and then you're going to find out one of these is going to be a solution. The other 3 will not. Okay, circle the one that is, and then this ridiculously stupid flying squirrel. I think it's a squirrel. What you would do is you're going to color 1, which would be what? His feet. Okay. All I got to do is look at this picture and know that you got them all correct. Okay. So the feet here, you're going to color that particular color, and you're going to do it quick. Don't spend your time just coloring slowly. Just do it quick so I can just see the color and I know that they're all correct. You understand? All right. Of course you do. All right. That's what you're going to work on right now. And so this concludes the video.